it was to show how authority manufactures belief. So because it was David Bowie saying it, it must be good. And he got this whole press conference around.
They all thought it would be, oh, yeah, we must have a look at this Nat Tate. It must be good then. David likes it.
Things got better with Coke as it ends.
Oh, yeah, I remember
it's not unusual to have Coke with anyone.
Well,
all right.
That's a cop-out.
It's not. I don't.
You could have said bells.
I don't like
Jingle
jingles.
bells.
They annoy me. They're just cheesy crap. Let me think. Now, this has got to be somebody like Beyonce, hasn't it?
You saying Beyonce? We got all the Beyonce.
Yeah. And after I thought about it, it is actually a turquoise guitar, not blue. So now you understand when I say all clouds are pink.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Now you get it.
Now I get it.
You've all heard by now of a refreshing sponsor, and that's because that's what we have. We have been blessed by the powers that be in the Ossett Brewery area. They've given us some beer.
Excellent beverages.
Beverages.
Yeah, good.
Yes, very kind of the Ossett Brewery to send us some samples of their most popular beers, and one of them being the White Rat. We're actually drinking at the moment the Lab Rat, I think it is.
No, you've drank that one.
Oh, I drank that one?
Yeah, you are drinking this one.
Oh, back onto the White Rat again.
You are back on the White Rat.
It's very good. Thank you very much, Ossett Breweries.
Yeah, very nice.
And don't forget, do drink responsibly, know your limits, and don't pick fights with sharks.
Yeah, and don't argue between blue and turquoise.
There we go. The link's in the description.
Wise words from not a wise man.
No.
On with the show. So, David Bowie.
Oh my God.
David Bowie and Nat Tate. Do you know who Nat Tate is?
No, who's Nat Tate?
Nat Tate. So in 1997, Bowie helped publish a book about Nat Tate. So
I've heard of this Nat. I've heard of the name Nat Tate.
Yeah. Well, there's probably a reason he might sound familiar. So Bowie was big in the art world. He loved art, and he was an avid painter himself. But he had also issues with the art world. The art world is famously elitist and pretentious and snobbery. It's littered with snobbery. So in 1997, he helped publish a book about Nat Tate. So Nat Tate was an American postmodern artist.
No, I wouldn't have been him.
Who had been overlooked by critics to the point that no one knew who he was. And Bowie was proclaiming he was
championing this.
He was a genius.
He's not the Nat Tate I'm thinking of.
So he held a press conference and he published his book to bring it to the attention of the art world on the 1st of April. And it turned out it was a complete hoax. He'd made it up to illuminate the fact of like the pretentiousness of the art world, how they just dismiss things. And it was to show how authority manufactures belief. So because it was David Bowie saying it, it must be good. And he got this whole press conference around.
They all thought it would be, oh, yeah, we must have a look at this Nat Tate. It must be good then. David likes him.
Yeah, if David likes it, it must be good. And then it got all this like press coverage and all sorts of stuff. But it was an actual...
It never existed.
It was a hoax. Ooh. I think that's a touch of class. I like that.
Yeah, he had the power to do that as well. If you tried it, they'd laugh.
Well, they would anyway.
If you tried it, they'd be like,
oh,
email not received. Pigeon not read. So I think that's that's classic Bowie, that, isn't it?
It's a big one from him. Yeah, it's a big one from him.
I mean, it shows you how much he thinks about art and how he takes it personal and serious.
Takes it serious. And he wants to show it up for sometimes what it is.
Crap.
Yeah. Especially the critics.
Yeah.
They will latch on to something. The fact that...
Easily persuaded, aren't they? If somebody shouts loud enough and it's the likes of David Bowie, then they all think they ought to listen.
And the reason why you might think that the name is quite familiar is because Nat Tate sounds like National Tate Gallery.
Oh, is that why you come up with it? Yeah, that sounds plausible.
Yeah.
No.
That weren't the Nat Tate you were thinking of, was
Nope.
it? You were thinking of Natalie Tate, weren't you?
No.
Yeah. Tell us about Natalie Tate.
I'll
Wayne.
think about it and I'll get back to you why Nat Tate
Wasn't
rung
Tate's
a
in
bell.
Emmerdale?
Oh my God, no.
Oh.
It won't have been that. I don't think so.
So we all know, this is quite a famous story, this. That
Three
back in
Little Bears.
the day, there was, in 60s, Paul McCartney was sat in a club and he was sat with Tom Jones.
Oh,
Oh,
I think I better dance now.
So Tom gets upset. Sorry, Paul.
I think I better dance.
Yeah. So he gets, anyway. And he says, Paul McCartney says to Tom, I've got this song. I think you should do it as your next single.
He said, oh,
And he said, well, I'll have a look.
it's lovely, isn't it?
But I've got a single coming out. But I don't know how record company's going to react to this. So he says, I'll have a word with my people, right, and we'll come back to you. So he went to his people and he said, look, Paul's offered me this song. And he says, he'll let me have it, but it's got to be my next single. And they said, oof, it's going to be a bit awkward now, Tom. You know, we've got this single coming out. It's going to do really well for you. It's going to be big. Going to crack it for you. Going to be big. I think we're going to have to reject Paul's song and we're going to go with this one.
Makes sense to me.
Mm.
Long and Winding Road.
Ooh. No, just as well. I don't think it would have landed.
I can see Tom singing it.
Hello. Yeah.
No.
I can see Tom
Yeah,
singing
but also
No.
it's a Beatles song, isn't it?
Apparently, it's one of his biggest regrets.
It wouldn't have landed the same.
It would have.
No, it would have been the same. We only think of it now as like, because hindsight, it would have been like the green grass of home. Good song for Tom, but not long on Winding Road.
Yeah.
It would have turned into that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think, well, he might be right there, but I can see him singing it.
Yeah,
He
definitely.
probably has sung it,
As an
actually.
encore.
That
Yeah.
does lead me onto something though. Actually, that's
I'll
me.
just scribble that down.
We scribble that.
Rejected
that-
out of hand.
No, it's a good one. I like that.
C minus.
That's great because Justin Hawkins and the Calgon rumor.
Oh, the what?
So Justin Hawkins is the lead singer for The Darkness.
He is, yeah.
Yes.
But there's been long rumor going around that Justin Hawkins actually did the jingle for Calgon. Washing machines live longer with Calgon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It's been never officially confirmed, but he did used to write jingles for adverts before he
okay.
became big. So my question is to you. I mean, I'm just going to accept it as fact that he did it.
Okay.
My question is to you, what's your favourite jingle?
Oh,
Ooh.
God.
Right.
And on that, the reason why I'm tying that to Tom Jones is because Tom Jones used, he did a Coca-Cola advert using the melody of It's Not Unusual. Things got better with Coke as it ends.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
It's not unusual to have Coke with anyone. and like now you couldn't get away with it because it sounds, but
No.
it's like things
Yeah.
got better with Coke. And
It's-
the Rolling Stones did a Rice Krispies advert, Snap, Crackle and Pop
Oh,
jingle.
no. I
Terrible.
think mine, and it's on a similar theme because it's music related, would be...
Well, it's jingle.
No,
So,
I'll explain in a minute.
okay.
Our White's Lemonade. Remember
What?
that one? Our
Yeah.
White's Lemonade.
Our wax lemonade.
Oh, White's
This
lemonade.
bloke sneaks downstairs and he
Yeah.
opens the fridge and he's drinking lemonade. And he turns around and goes, "Our White's
I
Lemonade."
don't know that one.
Well, the thing is, the bloke who did the voice for that was Elvis Costello's dad,
Oh.
Mr. Costello.
Mr. Costello. But he weren't actually called
Mr. Costello.
McManus, he were called.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a famous singer back in the day in London bands, not bands, big bands.
What's it?
Yeah, that type of band. He was like a cabaret type band singer of that period.
Oh, yeah.
And he did the commercial for that. And I think, actually, that there was a second version, and I think Elvis himself was part of it. I think he actually might have done some part in the vocals on that. But it was Elvis Costello's dad. That's my jingle.
That's your jingle.
Oh, want lemonade.
So I haven't actually, even though I've asked this question, I've not actually thought about it. But what I would say, or I assume, is the most jingle that I frequently reference, and I say frequently, it's like maybe 12 times a year, if that.
Once a month.
Once a month. Yeah. No, it can't be that. All right. Maybe 4 times a year.
Every quarter.
Every quarter.
Just when bills are due.
There's and it'll be something like a pattern of words or whatever, but it'll like, it's almost like a Tourette's that'll come out. Moose, loose, about the hoose.
Right, yeah.
The wine gums advert.
Yeah, I remember that.
So if anything rhymes with moose or loose, then it comes out. But I'd say, thinking right now, the most successful jingle that there is would be the one that Justin Timberlake contributed on for McDonald's. Do-do-do-do-do.
No?
That's McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Oh, is that his?
Yeah, he did that.
Is it?
Da-da-da-da-da, I'm loving it.
Right.
Originally, he was he was the vocals on that song.
Really?
Da-da-da-da-da.
I'm loving it.
The Golden
By the way, we're not
Arches.
sponsored by McDonald's, so
Yeah,
don't get tempted.
Not yet.
The McWayne is coming soon, though. It's just really skanky burger and with bits of hair on it. And it just says on the box, have it.
Yeah, I ain't got one.
Golden cheese.
I don't like jingles.
You've got to have something.
No, they piss me off.
Well,
All right.
that's a cop out.
It's not. I don't.
You could have said bells.
I don't like
Jingle
jingles.
bells.
They annoy me. They're just cheesy crap.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like cheesy crap.
If you don't got any, if I say to you jingle, what comes to mind as a jingle?
I don't know.
Well, there we go.
I don't know. I hate jingles.
Well,
Pants.
Pants. So yeah,
I ain't got time for that.
I ain't got time for that.
Justin Hawkins, washing machines would live longer with Calgon.
And what?
Washing machines live longer with Calgon.
See, that annoys me.
Right, yeah.
That advert.
Yeah, but you remember it, don't you?
I remember it. But I won't say it's a favourite one of mine. It
No.
annoys me.
Do you know Marty Pello?
Yeah.
When he was with the Wet Boys.
The wet, so good they named them 3 times.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
the Wet Boys. What they used to do was, if there was...
If they wore suits, what were they called?
Sorry? Wetsuits?
There you go.
No.
No.
When they was out on tour, and it didn't matter where they were, this country or on Europe, and if they fancied a curry,
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah,
Yeah,
from Glasgow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they have to
from
fly
Glasgow.
in, didn't they?
they'd send
Transfer
their
jet.
private jet to
Yeah.
go and get it.
Yeah.
He was being interviewed recently, and he was explaining this story, and he looked really embarrassed.
Yeah.
But almost.
Having
But
to tell
why?
it.
Why would you?
Why would you feel embarrassed? Because
Yeah.
it's pretentious.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look
It was
at
the
me.
height of their success, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And
it was,
Their
yeah.
big flex was
Yeah,
like
I
charging a
suppose you
jet to
could
bring their favourite
Class it as
choreo.
pretentious.
Yeah.
But if they could afford to, why not?
But if you think about like what Taylor Swift does now, you know,
Yeah.
she charters a jet to get a
hat.
glass from the next room.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you too sent a plane for a
Yeah.
hat
And it had a seat just for it on its
on
own.
its own.
Just no Bono that. Just so he could have
Bono, yeah.
he could have his favourite hat.
So
when
if he wants a
sang in
curry
Europe.
from Glasgow, what?
I think I'd
Give
just,
that man a curry.
Yeah, get it sent.
if
Why
you're in
not?
that world and you've got that sort of cash sloshing about, you would say, all right. But I would always feel guilty.
In our eyes of the
I
working
would always
class,
feel guilty.
Yeah, but it'd be a bit of a flex, wouldn't it? Like,
but in our eyes
I
of
know,
you know what I mean?
in our eyes of the working class, then yeah. But in the type of circle that he mixes in,
No, he's in working
It's-
class. You
it's-
just have to
it's-
strike lucky with a few
it's
hits.
no special to him. He's got a lot of money, and so has all his mates with. Goes to parties with.
all right, I feel like you're going to say Epstein soon.
careful,
Epstein's
careful.
So, London was named the second best city in the world for 2026 based on venue density, festival industry, and infrastructure. So, for music,
Yeah,
essentially,
I buy that.
London was named number 2 in the world for
Yeah.
In the
music.
world?
For music.
Oh
Yeah.
right.
Who is number 1?
Nashville.
We've got Nashville.
I'd have gone Nashville at the
Can
moment.
you think of another place?
Well, I want to say Nashville, but if
Nope,
I
another
can't say
place.
Nashville, then I'll go with New York.
All right. Well, out of 10, Nashville's number 5.
Really?
Yep.
Ooh.
New York's number 3. Who do you think number 1 is? You've said that, Nashville.
We'll go California then.
Nope. California is.
I'll go.
It's not on there.
Paris.
Oh, it's LA. No.
Paris.
No.
Paris.
That's number 7. I'll read you through the list. Right?
Okay.
So London is number 2. I was surprised by this. Berlin is number 1.
Shut
Wow.
Yeah, so Berlin is number 1. It's the club culture capital of the world. Strong underground and experimental scenes. Affordable creativity by global city standards. So like it's not knocking your ankles from underneath it. It's encouraging creativity.
Yeah.
Which is
Good.
in today's world.
Yeah.
Hard to come by. London, genre defining legacy, industry power, huge venue density, but under pressure still currently dominant, just expensive. So it's an expensive city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New York, birthplace of hip hop, punk, disco, so influential, less scene driven than before. Los Angeles, number 4, industry HQ, less scene, more content. So more content machine. Number 5, Nashville, songwriting capital, genre specific, but global influential. So genre specific is country. Songwriting capital is country.
There's a lot of big names though going out to live in Nashville at the moment.
Yeah.
Check
Not
this.
necessarily country. I think they're more like
It is. It's known for country.
it
It's
is
yeah,
known for
yeah,
country,
it is.
but it's like America. That country's now becoming Americana.
It's country. Number 6, Manchester.
Should so.
Ooh.
If you think about Manchester,
Yeah,
it's got a huge
Manchester.
legacy.
Yeah.
It has got a huge legacy, but at current
So-
status, I wouldn't have thought it had.
Number 6, Manchester punches massively above its size, still culturally authentic and scene-led, which is rare
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
7, Paris, strong electronic and alternative scenes, increasing
I
global
wouldn't
pull.
have Paris on that list at all.
Tokyo,
Tokyo.
hyper-diverse, hyper-local scenes, physical music, culture still thriving. Number 9, Chicago. Well, I think we can guess what Chicago is.
Mm-hmm.
House, blues, jazz, drill genre, legacy still alive.
Legacy, yeah.
So it is
Not current.
it's
It's about legacy, isn't it? Not current status.
yeah, it's a legacy. It's
Yeah.
a legacy city. As much as you could say Nashville is, it's just that Nashville is country music is trendy at the moment. Number 10, Melbourne.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I've always known about Melbourne's got like a big music scene. Live music first city, so it's a strong live scene, strong grassroots support and venues. Like you've got what do you call them? Something in the Sniffers, the punk band, which is like taking over at the moment, female led. Like Melbourne is really like doing some interesting stuff, producing some interesting bands.
Yeah.
King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard. They're from there. It's
Are they Australian?
yeah.
I didn't know they were Australian.
But I thought that was an interesting list. Berlin number 1, Melbourne number 10.
Threw up some interesting stuff. I didn't know. Places I didn't think.
But I'm
I certainly
happy.
didn't think Berlin would be on first.
Well, I'm happy that it is.
When you think about it,
It's,
maybe,
it's
but
not obvious, is it?
no.
No, it's not obvious. No.
And the reason why it is because it's affordable. And the
Yeah.
problem in today's world is like art isn't affordable.
Yeah.
London's bloody expensive. That's number 2. But I'm glad that Manchester's in there, number 6.
I wouldn't put Manchester in top 10. It's only on since
That's
you
surprising,
said.
that.
Yeah, but it's only because you said it was like the reflective, and it's of the, what bands have come out of
So
there.
it
'Cause
says-
it's nothing at the moment is like pointing the finger at Manchester.
Well, you got Harry Styles from Manchester.
All right,
But it says
Oasis.
it punches
no,
massive.
that's past, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but
Yeah, but well,
so is Nashville.
they're doing a massive tour at the moment, aren't they? So it's going to put
Manchester
him in, it's going to put him
punches
in limelight,
massively
isn't it?
above its size, still culturally authentic and scene led. So in terms of musical scenes, it's
there.
Yeah, it's almost like the 90s. But that's number 6.
Okay.
I like it.
I like the nugget, but I don't know. It's just
I like the nugget, but I don't like the chisel.
no. Really no. Well, you got.
What have I got? Ooh, let's have a look. So, studies indicate that famous musicians die younger than the general public. Suggestions show that the reduction is between 4 and 25 years, and it's 2 to 3 times higher in 20 to 30-year-olds. And it's due to lifestyles, stress, and violence. The highest genres of deaths in musicians is rock, punk, metal, and rap. The lowest is blues, jazz, and country. Now, when it states stress, that is also hitting the lines of media, security, privacy. And it's they put it down to demanding touring hours where they have a lack of sleep.
Yeah, that's always been an issue, hasn't it?
Yeah. I just thought that figure, the reduction from a normal person is between 4 and 25 years off your lifespan. That's a massive.
Yeah, because, well...
That's massive. That's a big number, that, isn't it?
You've got to, I suppose, I don't know, it's an awkward one, isn't it? Because what I'm thinking of is we had a lot of people, famous people, influential and creative people that died at 27.
27. Yeah.
And yet we have a lot of artists that's gone on to be...
80s, 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Ozzy Osbourne. What were you, 78?
Yeah.
You've got a lot of creative and influential people that's still alive. So where they're dragging this figure? How are they equating this figure?
I don't know.
It's a bit tricky, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. But
I understand that there's things that are brought into people's lifestyle because they get rich and famous.
Yeah.
They get lack of sleep and they get an access to
they can't cope with it, can
substances that maybe they wouldn't necessarily indulge in as much, shall we say. But I don't know. I think it balances itself out.
Yeah. It probably does.
Fast die young.
Yeah. Well, obviously.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I just thought
you get a lot of people dying at 27.
I just thought,
but there's still a lot of people alive. Look at Keith.
Ozzy
Ozzy died at 78.
Yeah, but they're
what
saying
a lifestyle he had.
Yeah, but they're saying if he died at 78, a normal person, let's say, I mean, I read into it that a normal person
he would have lived to his 90
of his era would last between 4 and 25 years longer than what he did.
Yeah, well, 78 is, I would imagine.
I mean, you're
pretty
looking
much
at
an average.
You're looking at 82
for his lifestyle
onwards for a normal general public person. That's what studies are saying. All right, I get that.
It's a weird one, isn't it? So it's a funny one.
It is.
I think there's pros and cons with that.
There is. Well, yeah.
So difficult one.
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50 Cent has done a DoorDash Super Bowl advert. So DoorDash,
What's
think
DoorDash?
DoorDash is like Uber Eats or some sort of like
he's done a Snoop Dogg thing.
Delivery thing.
What did he do?
Snoop Dogg. He did just eat or some food thing. So, But anyway, so 50 Cent has done a DoorDash Super Bowl ad. Now, obviously, there's a lot of money behind Super Bowl adverts. But what this advert was, it was an advert for DoorDash, but 50 Cent being 50 Cent, he can't help himself but make a little pop at Puff Daddy. So
it's not like him.
He's pulling things out of a bag and he can't help himself but troll Puff Daddy. So the items in the bag were cheese puffs.
Oh.
Right? Oh, cheese puffs.
Oh.
A packet of Combs, Sean Combs. A bottle of cognac, and it said it's been aged 4 years or whatever that is in months. His sentence that is being given. And a book of ABC, because apparently he often mocks his intelligence. An alarm clock for Time's Up. So it's like a diss track with a marketing budget. Is really gone to. He's like it's his personal hobby of absolutely
does
getting
not like
puffed
him,
at
does
any
it?
time.
Yeah. He does not
And the
like
fact
him.
that a company has paid for this as well.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
The internet went into meltdown about New Year. I didn't see it, but apparently the internet went into meltdown over here because there were pictures and so-called video clips going online of Puff Daddy doing a New Year's concert in prison.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see this.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see it either, but the article I read said the internet went into meltdown.
Fakenews.com.
It might have been.
All right.
But apparently there were these clips that were flashing all over. And there were Puff Daddy's done an in-house little concert to celebrate the New Year for all his cellmates. And so the fact checkers got on it pretty quickly. And they shut it down because they said, no, it didn't. They found out that he wouldn't have been allowed to do that. And it didn't happen. But apparently there are all these videos and little sound bites of him playing these gigs
It's hard
inside.
to tell now, isn't it, with AI?
It is.
That's
it
the
is.
thing, into AI again, it takes over.
And there might have been clips of him playing a gig somewhere, but he might impose the background.
Taylor Swift and Def Leppard.
Oh.
Turns out Taylor Swift is actually a massive fan of Def Leppard. So she
Right.
grew up listening to Def Leppard because her parents are big fans of Def Leppard. And she's often cited saying like she loves Def Leppard, which you don't necessarily pick up on songs.
Yeah.
Oh, there's often the sound of hysteria.
Yeah.
But then again, she was country before she went
She
pop.
was, yeah, and she had a different accent as well.
Yeah.
But they did perform together at the CMT Crossroads in 2008 in Nashville. This is when she was still country, I suppose, or transitioning. And
She was seeking treatment.
She did sing some songs with them because so I don't know if this was happened today, but because she was just a big fan, she did end up singing Photograph, Hysteria and Pour Some Sugar on Me. And then they in turn sung some of her songs, Love Story, Picture to Burn, Teardrops on My Guitar, and Should Have Said No.
Yes, they should have.
And it's quite a genre crossover there, isn't it?
Big leap into that.
Yeah. I like the fact that she likes Def Leppard.
Yeah.
It's weird, like this Sheffield.
I can see it going that way, but I can't see Def Leppard going.
Well, they did, but they collaborated on this
Well, they won't,
stage
because it's like they need all the press they can get.
Yeah, but I mean, in 2008,
Resurgence of the career.
She wasn't Taylor Swift who she is now. She's arguably bigger than Michael Jackson.
She's bigger than Michael Jackson now.
Well,
Yeah, she is.
no,
Without
I'm
question.
not having that.
Yeah.
Without question.
No
No doubt
chance.
about
Yeah.
No.
that. No,
I know it's shocking. It is.
It's
But
true.
the way that technology's gone, exposure, she is. So Def Leppard and Taylor Swift was a thing.
They are currently they've just done a residency at Las Vegas, haven't they? Not in the Sphere, but in Las Vegas. I think they did a 12-night residency.
The Block.
What?
At the Block. There's a cheap seats next door.
Gross.
At the cubicle.
George Greasy Diner down corner. No, they've just done a residency for 12 nights in there. And then they're collaborating. They're doing a double header. Like they did with Journey, during pandemic and just after pandemic. They went on this double header. They took one night, then Journey took the other night, then vice versa.
Are you weaning to that class?
And they were actually walking about with wheelbarrows, pouring money at them. Made loads of money at it. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Filthy rich, yeah. And so now they're doing it again. But they're only doing 12 songs each. And it's like, you play your hits and we'll play our hits. So they're now teaming up with Extreme.
But Journey only do that anyway, don't they?
Sorry?
Journey only do that anyway.
Well, they've always done that for years.
What do they call it? Magnificent 12 or something? Or Magic 12?
Call it what you want. It's just
No,
it's jukebox music.
Yeah, that's what they call it, isn't it? It's called something like Magic 12 or
Magnificent 12.
Something
like that. But it's the 12 big hits.
I do like this.
And there's
it works.
Def Leppard the same.
And yeah.
I do like this about Taylor Swift though. She did appear, I think it was last year, with like a country artist just randomly on stage. Is it the biggest artist in the world? She just pops from a little like small bar stage. I think it's good. I think she is a great asset to music.
Yeah.
As much as there's faults, she's pretty good.
The problem is when people get that big, we tend to look for the faults.
And it's easy to find them
and
because
you
they're
can
so big.
pick them out easy enough, can't you?
Yeah.
So we thrive on them.
Yeah, and we need to really like acknowledge the fact that she's out of what it could have been. She's really good.
Yeah. But going back to the Journey thing,
if
you go to a Journey concert,
you're in for a bit of a ride.
You are.
Quite a journey.
Do you want them to do, like, say, Journey's fictional album out, and you go and watch Journey? Do you want them to do the new album, or do you want them to do the hits that you want them to do?
Oh, yeah, you want them to do the hits. But I would like to see any band give me their best hits from that favorite, the purple patch of their career, which what has made them famous. But I want them to do some new stuff. But they're not going to do that.
No.
They're just going to fill it full of hits.
They're going to fill it full of hits.
Like Def Leppard and Extreme are just going to do 12 of the best.
It makes sense. It does make sense. That's how they're going to make money out of.
Yeah, well, they're not marketing it any other way.
They know they're not going to get number one.
Yeah. They're not marketing it any other way.
They're not trying to get number one.
Guns N' Roses have been doing it for the last 10 years.
I know, but it gets boring.
They do
extremely boring.
They do the greatest hits, which is all the big hits. They've got no new stuff out, and every year they have a massive tour.
Yeah.
And it gets so tight.
It's just boring though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's November Rain.
But don't you
Sweet
think
Child of Mine. It's all that.
I find Joe Elliott's air slightly unnerving.
Why?
He's got these
curtains. Long curtains, aren't they?
Curtains down here, white. They're not grey. They're not salt and pepper. They're white.
Perhaps as it died.
Shocking.
Because they died. All of a sudden, Jimmy Page a few years ago went from being salt and pepper to being white.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Salt and pepper. I think you'll find he was black mane. It was...
No, you know when he went grey?
He never went...
He went grey.
He was black and then grey.
And he was grey and he was a bit...
Salt and pepper, that was that rap band, wasn't it?
And it was
Push it real good.
A bit,
real good.
A bit half and up. But now he's white.
Yeah.
He's used Daz on his hair. Some sort of chemical cleaner.
That's a good way to...
They're dyeing it because it's like an even colour. It doesn't look... Joe Elliott's looks... Well, I don't want to say frightening.
But it is.
But it's
ghostly.
like... it's don't suit him.
Drag queenie.
Yes, it looks like an aging drag queen. Stop it, Joe. I used to like you.
So, Saturday Night Live.
Oh?
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Right. It's an American comedy show.
It is. SNL.
SNL. That's right. The acronym is SNL. But it is launching in the UK at the 21st of March, 2026.
Right.
And
it's been going about 50 years.
Well, it's going to be on Sky and Now TV, and it's been led by Lorne Michaels, so the original creator of SNL.
Oh, okay.
And the reason for this is because of a lot of things that's been happening in America. It's finding it difficult to do comedy about certain things. So things are less restricted over here. But
more cowbells.
The reason that I am talking about this is because the music angle of SNL is that every episode of SNL, they have a live, or maybe not always live, a music act.
Yep.
Which is going to be a great addition to the music calendar of the UK.
Yeah.
And if you think about 20 years ago, there was a lot more music shows than there is now. Currently, all we've got is Jules Holland.
Once a year.
Yeah.
This like
Well, he's plenty of
BBC.
that Sunday programme.
It does this.
What else have we got? We've got this BBC Piano Room thing. But there's not a lot, is there?
Yeah, it's a bit hit and miss on that, isn't it? Well, it's not hit and miss. It's just not like a regular feature.
Whereas before we used to have Top of the Pops, we used to have Saturday Morning Live, we used to have Live and Kicking, Tube, we used to have The Word, we have TFI Friday.
Yeah.
There was a lot of TV scope to discover new artists and songs.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the way that we consume music is completely different now, so it's no longer relevant to just like pump it out on TV.
But don't you think people want to see these artists?
Yeah, but I think it's missing.
Absolutely.
It's missing an opportunity to break new artists. That's why we still get like new artists that are breaking America by going on SNL. So I think it's a great thing that SNL UK will be following the same format and have music artists on there opening and closing the show.
Yeah.
But then again, why do you think we don't have them programs no more?
Because of like we don't
The
need
market's
it because
changed.
it's Spotify, it's internet, and all that sort of stuff. We no longer require the television to tell us what new albums are out.
And the budgets are driven by the market. So if TV channels thinks that there's not enough public interest behind visuals. Visually looking at bands, and they're not going to put any money into it.
But providing the music is live on this UK SNL show, I think it will help ignite an idea of like, well, music's meant to be live, and they sound great live. Their albums, like,
it can't be. People will pick up on lip sync so quickly these days.
I think something that's rare in today's world is authenticity, and there's nothing more authentic than being live.
Yeah.
So that is going to be their.
It will die a very quick death if they all lip sync.
It's going to be the currency.
Yeah, it will, 100%.
Live performance will be the future currency, especially in the world of AI and algorithms.
Yeah, and who's hosting it? Did you say
it's SNL? It's Saturday Night Live, but a UK version. But
no, I mean, who will be the presenter of it?
Well, it changes each week, so it could be anyone from an actor to whatever. But like, they will have musical artists on, and it will hopefully be live because that's something that's missing a lot of. But we're getting a new, essentially why I'm telling you this is because we're getting a new addition to the calendar, the weekly calendar of live music shows.
Yeah. So if that's coming over here, then is it ceasing to show in America?
It's a separate entity entirely.
Oh, is it? All right.
It's going to be made of a UK cast.
Right. Okay.
Comedians.
Yeah.
Alter Bridge.
Alter Bridge.
A band we know. They are having a mini festival this year in UK.
Oh.
Well, they're not actually in the UK. They're going to be in Wales. They're going to be at Cardiff Castle. And they're going to have a mini festival on June the 27th. And the bands that will be playing are Skindred, Bush, Florence Black, and Cardinal Black.
Oh.
Cardinal Black.
Just 4 bands and them playing.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that's a good idea. And it's strange that they're not doing it in America. They're on sort of patch, but they've done it over here. I've not really found the answer to that, and I have looked to try and find out why they're actually doing it in Wales and they've not decided to do it in their own country. But it's like a mini festival.
Maybe they've got more popularity in Wales.
Well, maybe that's the thing. But they want to have. But these are local bands.
Yeah. So Cardinal Black Welsh?
Yeah, they are. So Skindred, Bush, and Florence Black.
I don't know Skindred.
How many bands does it take to make a festival?
Sorry?
How many bands does it take to make a festival?
This is also one of my questions. What does it take to have a festival? Is it a good idea to have, rather than a single artist and somebody that comes on for 20 minutes and nobody takes any notice, have 4 bands that lead through the day rather than 40 minutes before the main act? It's just a day event.
Yeah.
Is it a good idea? Would it work better? Is it more leaning towards today's viewing public? I don't know. Is it the way to go? But anyway, they seem to think it's a good idea, and I think it's a good idea. I like it.
I like the experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why they chose Wales and they've chose these 4 bands, I don't know.
I'm sure there'll be a reason for it.
I'm sure there is. Marketing will tell us later.
The most expensive concert tickets ever.
Oh.
Concert
All right.
tickets ever.
Well,
Concert
ticket ever.
tickets.
Yeah, tickets ever.
Concert tickets. Are you going to ask us which concert?
So these will be the first list that I'm going to read out to you will be the private party ones. So
Okay.
charitable
right.
events, private parties.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to say
Epstein
Beyonce
Islands.
in Dubai.
It's good. It's good.
It's not right.
But it's not right. That is a good one, actually. I'm not sure how much that came for, but I'll read out the list. Led Zeppelin O2 Reunion 2007,
Oh, yeah.
£84,000 per ticket for a charity auction.
Oh.
Yeah. It was immense.
But that was like
money.
one night, wasn't it? Or something like that? Or 2 nights? But it was for a charity auction.
80 grand.
It worked out at some
Not 80 grand, 84.
84 grand.
But it worked out as some staggering per head.
Oh, this is...
There was something like 80,000 people. I don't know. Let me get this figure right. I know I'm not going to get the figure right, so I'm going to guess. But there was something like 800,000 people applied for tickets, and there were only 40,000.
Yeah,
So it meant that the value of them prices, the value of them seats were like astronomical.
I remember when that went live, I was like, no chance. Anyway, but this one, I've just realised that this might be in the wrong order unless it's a bit of a typo. But Rolling Stones, £85,000 per seat, private charity show.
Huh? Sorry.
But that goes to charity, so if those who couldn't hear on the mic, it's because he was pouring a drink away and he went, huh? And then said sorry.
I'll repeat them for the hard of hearing. It was
£85,000 per seat, private charity show. Wow. And then we have Paul McCartney, £80,000 per ticket, private booking.
wow.
And then we have
Fucking 80 grand
Elton
to listen
John.
to McCartney.
£70,000 to £75,000 per
Do
seat.
you know why don't Elton John surprise me, but Paul McCartney does?
Because Elton John's still standing.
Well, that's one.
Feeling up a little kiss.
God for that.
He's only a tiny dancer, isn't he?
Yeah.
No, but I just expect you from Elton. But
Yeah,
I don't
you do,
expect
don't
you from,
you? I know what you
from
mean, yeah.
McCartney.
Prince, £50,000 plus resale. Now, this is a bit different, this one. Because there were tiny venues, no phones.
Well, there would be, wouldn't there?
Tiny venues, no phones, no warnings. Fan drove the price up, not Prince. So because he was playing a small venue, the area that he was playing in pumped up the price because it was like like early Ticketmaster.
Limited amount. Yeah.
So it wasn't.
So they didn't think, oh, wait a minute. Instead of paying £4,000, there's only 20 of them coming, so we'll charge them 8.
Yeah.
So what you can say is
Yes.
that the best of that bunch is that it's the best one is Led Zeppelin because that was for charity. It's a charity auction at £84,000 per
Well,
ticket.
on that.
Yeah, that's
We'll be
fair.
on that.
And then second place would be Prince's 50k because he had nothing to do with it. The other ones, Rolling Stones, Paul McCartney, Elton John, should be ashamed.
Should be ashamed
But
because they are not short of a bob or two.
But I'm not finished there.
Oh.
The most expensive public concert tickets.
Ooh.
Oh, right, okay.
Right. Would you like to hazard a guess? Who might
we
be
have a
in
little
there?
Let me think. Now, this has got to be somebody like Beyonce, hasn't it?
You saying Beyonce? We got all the Beyonce.
No, I'm going to say Elton.
Oh, really? You're trying to drive this nail in, Elton, aren't you? As a money-grabbing bitch.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with Beyonce.
Wayne's right.
Yeah.
Beyonce's
Well,
Renaissance tour.
She would have been my first choice, to be perfectly honest.
But I'll go from number one.
Well,
And this surprised me. So the top offender is Bruce Springsteen.
Really?
Wow.
Bruce Springsteen, 2023 to 24 tour, platinum tickets hit £4,000 to £5,000.
Wow.
But that's probably on resale, isn't it?
caused massive backlash. Bruce later admitted pricing went too far.
Yeah. No shit.
No, I can
Taylor
subsidise
Swift
that.
Eras Tour. Public resale tickets regularly went for £1,500 to £3,000. Some VIP/front section exceeded 10,000. Fans
Crazy.
locked out despite pre-sale system.
Yeah.
Well, we've spoke about that one before.
Yeah,
That system is broke.
that's just
Beyonce Renaissance Tour. Club Renaissance resale hit 3,000 to 4,000. Standard seats surged far above face value. Dynamic pricing plus resale doubled it.
Can you imagine paying $5,000 a ticket
I
to go
wouldn't.
and watch her?
These aren't fans, these are just rich people.
I would.
Adele.
The average Joe don't get them tickets.
Adele,
The
Vegas
average Joe can't afford them.
residency.
No, I want to.
Public tickets resold. So we have to bear in mind resold.
Yeah, resold tickets.
Resold for 5,000 to 7,000. And this is because it's a small venue, huge demand.
Yeah.
And it's baked into
You see,
the
it's
model.
like you just said, it's the rich people that can afford it. That's why they go. And it's not because they want to see the gig. It's because they want to be seen
They
to
want
see
to be
the
seen.
gig.
It's an
They
Instagram
don't- yeah.
post.
They want to be seen there.
And then the last one, Coldplay.
Yeah.
Despite ethical messaging, resale tickets still hit 1,000 plus.
And until they get a grip,
1,000 plus shows how little control artists really have on
unless they get
resale.
a grip with their sales of tickets, they
Yeah.
can be as ethical as they want
Yeah.
and not fly around the world as little as they want and keep telling people how ethical they want. Unless they get a grip with the concert tickets pricing,
It's-
they're not really making any dint in it.
It's monstrous, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
ridiculous.
It's
Yeah.
silly money.
Yeah. It doesn't say anything about music to me.
No.
Because you got the people like Iggy Pop, right? His rider. You know what a rider is, don't you?
Yeah.
Someone who brings them M&Ms.
It's their request for what they want in dressing room.
Gopher.
Yeah. And, well, Iggy has a bit more class than these people you've just read out because his rider went to 18 pages long. And he'd have stuff on there like he wanted Bob Hope impersonator in his dressing room.
I like that.
He wanted a copy of the USA Today with a story about a morbidly obese person in it.
Oh,
He wanted cauliflower and broccoli to be cut into individual florets and then thrown immediately into the bin.
This is clearly like, he's being humorous.
yeah. I'd slap him.
And for 18 pages long, it went like that. All I really wanted was some sparkling water, really.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. That's the other end of the spectrum, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how it should be, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, bit of a
He's doing good.
Right.
old saggy
He's
skin.
living his
Oh,
dream.
saggy skin. Guess this artist.
Ball sack.
Guess it's, I like
Ooh,
these.
go on
I
then.
like these.
I'm gonna read out some oddities, some unusual bits of information about
Things.
an artist, and you got to tell me who it is.
Okay. Spinny, spinny.
He put sand in his living room, literally filled it with sand, installed a piano, said it helped him feel closer to the music.
He installed a piano. Did you say?
No, he installed sand in his living room and put a piano in the middle and said it helped him feel closer to the music.
Okay.
He stopped touring because he heard voices.
Oh,
He
one or two of them.
recorded songs with vegetables, used celery, carrots, and other veg as percussion, insisted on the precise crunch sounds.
What the Jesus?
He wore a fire helmet in the studio, said it made him think more creatively. He believed Phil Spector had magical powers. He was essentially kidnapped by his therapist. The therapist controlled his diet, finances, and career.
Oh,
I'm going to go Little Richard.
Okay, shall I read them again just to give
yes,
it?
please.
Right.
Yeah.
He put sand in his living room.
All right.
Install
All right,
the
I think
piano.
I've got it. Can I just have a stab at Brian Wilson?
Bingo.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it was at the therapist.
It was a sand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't get it at first, but I remember he had he insisted having a sandbox
Right.
so he could put his feet in the sand, and it just suddenly came back to me.
I thought it was a therapist because he was locked into like a bit of a trap with his therapist, where his therapist
Yeah.
basically controls his life for years and
And
years and
when-
years and
when-
years. And years.
I listened to think about the other I get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he insisted on having a sandbox in wherever he worked so he could put his feet in the sand.
He was bonkers,
What?
bless him.
To do what? Just
Sorry?
to put his feet in it?
Yeah. He weren't well, man.
You get on with him, Wayne.
Yeah.
On that note,
Goodbye.